Okay, welcome back. Whoa, duck stampede. So remember that gentleman I met on the trail randomly a couple of days ago? Chen Zhang, that's him. He basically came and picked me up yesterday morning, drove me about 40 miles so I could get my COVID test, and then let me stay at his house. So I've had a shower, and also drove me in to swap out some of my gear. You might notice my jacket is a slightly different color and no longer looks like it's 2 sizes too big. I also have a new cell phone holder that's waterproof, finally. And my pack is a little bigger than before. That's because I swapped out my 30-degree sleeping bag for a 10-degree. And in a move that I may regret, that Enlightened Equipment Torrid jacket, the green and the orange one, I swapped out for my Arc'teryx winter jacket. So it's kind of disturbing me because my pack is fit together in a particular way this entire time, and now it just feels wrong. In other news, it looks like in Quebec there are 7 sections, 4 of which are closed due to hunting on September 26th. So right now I'm kind of looking at the options. I'm good through the end of New Brunswick, which is another 180 miles or so. Assuming I make it over the border today, that's where I'm walking. And then I may do the open sections of Quebec. It won't be a continuous footpath. You know me, I kind of like the A to B, no flips, skips, etc. But I'd at least get to see those sections of the trail, and I wouldn't have to go back to the real world quite as fast, which I'm not sure I'm ready for that yet. So this is basically where the Border Stripe Trail dumps out on a road. I have about 4 miles to walk to the border crossing point. I've got all my paperwork. I have used the ArriveCAN app to submit all my screening information and everything. And the one thing I'm waiting on is my hopefully negative COVID test. They are supposed to send that today. Not only did I have to go 40 miles away to find one place that was actually doing the COVID tests, not only did I have to go between 8 and 11 in the morning and be one of 25 people that they will actually test for the purposes of travel, but all they have is an old fax machine for sending the results. So Chenzing, fortunately, his office has a fax machine, so they're going to receive the results and send it on to me, hopefully. So in the meantime, my plan is just to walk these 4 miles and hang out at the border, and hopefully they got a place to get me out of the rain, because as you can see, a bit of a rainy day today. Of course, in the event that they will not let me across the Canadian border for whatever reason, this will be the end. I mean, I did say it was Key West to Canada. Anything into Canada is bonus round, basically. But I intend to go as long as I can until either winter or Canadian hunting regulations force me to stop. And yes, I already did ask if it was possible to get a hunting permit, because it's like, I'm fine pretending to be a hunter. I just want to walk through. It's like, hello, fellow hunters. I wish to go hunt this way. Bye. Apparently there's a long wait list. It's not that simple. The IAT Quebec person I talked to actually couldn't believe that they still let you hike out here during hunting seasons. It's kind of funny because, you know, usually out here they put restrictions on the hunters not to shoot hikers. They don't like shoo the hikers out of the hunting zone. And I mean, I have an orange vest, and I mean, look at me. Everything's neon short of my underwear. If somebody shoots me, they're going to have a really hard time arguing that, I'm sorry, Your Honor, he came out of nowhere. I didn't see him. So not only did Chenzing give me a place to stay, shower, do laundry, and a home-cooked meal, which is amazing. It's been very long since I've had those. Sent me on my way with fresh tomatoes from his garden. Fresh produce is really something that is vastly underrepresented as far as trail magic. You know, people show up and they give you Cheetos and Mountain Dew. This is the stuff you want. Not that I mind the Cheetos and Mountain Dew, mind you. Though I am more of a Sprite person. You know, I came up here fully intending to go back to that shelter a few miles back and spend last night there. Trail provides. I mean, it was just such a random encounter along the trail. Otherwise, I wouldn't have met any of the nice IAT folks. I actually walked past Chenzing, didn't even notice them, and then somebody said hello, and I started looking around, and it's like, oh, hello. I also got to be a very brief guest speaker at his college's geology club. And of course, I had to nicely say no to yellow glazing, to the border terminal or getting slack packed. It's like, no, it's just 4 miles. It's just raining. It's not like I haven't, been in rain, tornadoes, etc. at this point. I'm not gonna start shortcutting now. Okay, time to storm the Canadian border in the most nice and polite way possible to ask permission if I can please enter their wonderful country. Last mile, well, last 3/4 of a mile at this point. So it feels really kind of unreal having come all this way from Key West, and also kind of appropriate that I'm being smacked around by wind and rain. Because of course, I think the main drought basically ended the moment I got here. Key West to Canada, folks. And guess what? Test results just came back. We're having some technical difficulties getting them to me, but looks like it's all good. Okay, and the test result came in just as I got here. US people were really friendly, but onwards into Canada, which apparently burned out. Don't worry. Lovely day to cross the border. Okay, so that went surprisingly easy. Paperwork came in right when I needed it, and they have let me through without hassle. A couple of questions, but yeah. I'm not sure if that was professional or the guy was just curious on what the hell I was doing walking here from Florida, you know? And the first thing I did was get too excited and walk on a blue blaze. Okay, that's better. I had to go up that blue blaze anyway, take a picture next to the new Brunswick sign. Proper documentation. So, welcome to the Canadian Roadwalk section of my hike. Not to be confused with the US Roadwalk sections of my hike. So the US Border Patrol guys did say that they saw me on the cameras yesterday. They seemed appreciative that I let them know so they didn't have to come all the way down over there to see who the heck was tripping sensors. Also, holy hell, I walked from that buoy all the way down in Key West and now I'm in Canada. Okay, still blazed. First thing I'm doing in Canada, doing a big loop of extra miles rather than a blue blaze that, you know, shortcuts to town. Who wants that? Just met another friendly Amish fellow. Taking the horse and buggy out to get the mail. Ah, it's nice up here. And there's the old US of A. So another reason why I love my sun hoodie. It's the only reason my hat hasn't been blown back to the US at the moment. Okay, so from here I basically have 180 miles through New Brunswick. I'm all good for that. That'll bring me to Mackaye. At which point I start hitting all the Quebec trail restrictions. Now, word has been I'm not going to be able to do some of those because hunting, and you're not allowed to go in them while hunting is going on. However, there are a couple of sections that are not under that. And if possible, I'm gonna, you know, do what I can. Well, here I thought I was getting lucky with no rain. Hey, cool, hydro station. Well, on the plus side, I guess I'm getting to try my new waterproof phone holder. Okay, looks like it's going to be a pub and hotel night. So welcome to Canada. Beer, nachos, salad, donut, poutine. I am having a good day at the moment. You want me to do a 32-mile day in the direction I'm heading? No problem. You want me to do a 1 mile off trail to get to a hotel or something? It's like, oh. So back in Florida, when I ran into the neo-Nazi at the Days Inn, I actually had to hike 7 miles to get back on trail that day because I could not get anybody to pick me up for anything. Apparently, meth is a huge issue in that area, so they don't want to like stop for anything. Okay, clean, comfy, and Wi-Fi. I can do that.